Welcome back to the Crypto's Key Conversation. We're going to quickly jump into CoinGecko here. We're currently sitting at a $1.76 trillion market cap, currently down 1.8%. Looking at the top 10 here, Bitcoin sitting at 36,709, Ethereum sitting at 2,612, Tether's Tether, Binance Coin sitting at 365, Cardano's at $1.05, Solana's at $96, XRP's at 60 cents, DOT's at 18.38, and then Terra sitting at 48.85. And coming down the list here, we can see there's a lot of red in our market. So coming over here to the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, we're back down in the extreme fear range now. We're sitting at a 20, and just yesterday we were in the fear range at 28. And as we know, we've been in this for months now. I wanted to start this video off with Johnny Deaton's tweet, referencing JV's tweet here. JV says, do other crypto communities hate the actual digital asset XRP and the XRPL, or do they only hate the company Ripple and its employees? Johnny Deaton had tweeted saying, those that dislike XRP almost always bring up Ripple, its executives or founders. It's this very reason that many people in the crypto don't appreciate just how bad the complaint versus Ripple is for the entire crypto space. It's why the SEC used fraud-like language in a non-fraud case. So this is absolutely massive, and it's just the reality. And we've talked about it in our previous videos. It's like, hey, we got to stand up together as a crypto community. So whether you like Ripple and XRP or not, the whole point is they're coming after the entire crypto space. In this case, Ripple versus SEC is going to truly set precedent and the foundation for regulation when it comes to our crypto space. So absolutely. I wanted to come over here and talk about this tweet thread that Will Foxley had put up about Consensus lawsuit that's undergoing. So it says, there's a huge lawsuit underway at Consensus no one is talking about. And it reads like a National Enquirer piece. It says, so Kavita Gupta was a general partner at Consensus alongside Joseph Lubin. She managed a fund for $13.5 million to over $300 million from 2017 to 2019 until she resigned to teach at Stanford. It says 2 years later, she was asking for her carry. She's entitled to 20% profits of $50 million. There was a problem because Lubin wouldn't pay. So she was entitled to a certain cut, a certain portion of the funds there. So it says, in a new lawsuit from last month, Gupta alleges Lubin won't pay so he can keep the carry. As the other GP, he would be entitled to the profits and not Consensus. Gupta further alleges that she left Consensus after numerous cases of misogyny, hard drug use, and illegal payments. She didn't want to leave. She had to, and she shouldn't be penalized for it. It says, but what does Lubin and Consensus have to say? Gupta lied about her resume and was asked to resign, meaning she lost her right to the carry. He continues saying, according to the separate filing after Gupta's, Consensus alleges Gupta's lied about degrees from Harvard and MIT, a job at McKinsey, space tech patents, and even a stint with NASA. Consensus claims Gupta's presented fabricated documents to back up her claims. Says Consensus claims Gupta lost her carry after the fraud was discovered. With her suit, Consensus is now countering, asking for her salary, bonuses, and any equity given back. The curious part is the time discrepancy between the resume fraud being discovered and her leaving the firm. The court will have to weed its way through two different timelines. The takeaway, one of Ethereum's most important VC firms is about to go through a messy legal battle. It could have implications for every founder, project, and token involved. And he put a little extra little tweet in this thread here. It says, extra, all the information is public and stated in the linked documents. I have no affiliation with either party, but find it interesting given Consensus' place in the larger ecosystem. Tag XRP had tweeted, yep, and he's kind of referencing Stefan Huber's tweet here that says, Lubin dating young employees and Lubin dating young employees and talking to them about confidential matters. Haha. We always knew that good old Joe has a loose mouth. So, long story short, coming through this this tweet thread here by Will Foxley, is just like, okay, if this is a thing and this, if this is happening, and Kavita Gupta has a strong case against Joseph Lubin and Consensus, and rightfully getting her parts, it's like, what more can we get out from just this case alone? This lawsuit going against Joseph Lubin and Consensus. Like, is Gupta going to come out and kind of feed us some more information, or as I say, blow that whistle, Gupta? Like, are we going to figure out more of the shenanigans that was happening behind closed doors that are the hidden pieces to the so-called Ethereum Free Pass timeline? There's a gentleman that says, Wonder if she's got some beans to spill. 356 accounts held 33% of all Ethereum in 2019, and he says correction 376. So I mean, who knows? You know, what are we going to find out about that? You know, those 63 emails that went about the you know, Ethereum free pass speech, and you know, who's involved behind all these closed door meetings? Is Gupta going to be that you know, that shining light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to, you know, exposing more of the fraud, conflict of interest, and just shadiness behind this whole Bitcoin and Ethereum free pass stuff? So it's going to be quite interesting to kind of follow through this and kind of see where this, you know, what turns out about this. This lawsuit between the two here. But I wanted to end here with this to kind of tag on with just some of the silliness that we've been dealing with when it comes to, you know, the Ripple versus SC case, and just, you know, you have Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple being completely transparent and you know, informing, you know, certain regulators, meeting with certain regulators to make sure that they're doing everything and playing by the rules. And then you have, you know, Joseph Lubin, Consensus, and, you know, Ethereum having their secrecies and, you know, kind of keeping things in-house, aren't really transparent about things. You know, you have, as the digital asset investor says, you have, you know, talking about disguising Ethereum purchases. You know, who were those members that so-called disguised their Ethereum purchases when Ethereum was an exception? Like, where do all these roads lead type stuff? But he says all roads lead to who the large buyers were in the Ethereum ICO. Who were the whales that wanted to disguise their Ethereum purchase? So it's massive. I mean, is this information ever really going to come out, or is it just going to be, you know, further suppressed? That's what I'm curious about. But I wanted to play this through, and this is the old video that he had put up, but we've seen this, but I want to play it through so we can add it to, you know, the dialogue within this video. So let's take a listen in.
So, but you do sell it regularly, right? Don't you sell it into the market?
We're very transparent about that. How much do you sell?
You know, when necessary. Sure.
And I think, look, I'm talking about transparency because I think for the whole industry to mature, we need to be transparent in the industry. Ripple, I think, has tried to lead by example with that. And I think there's other ecosystems that I have no idea what's going on in those ecosystems. And I don't think that's good for the whole industry. So I think that's bad for Ripple, too. The only interjection I have here is I find it interesting that Ripple is attacked for being transparent. Because we are very proactive, and we put actually the next XRP markets report, which we do quarterly, will come out sometime at the end of this week. But because we share that information and we're attacked for it, yet other platforms don't share that information, and so they are insulated from those same critiques and criticisms. I think in the dictionary that's called hypocrisy. I'm not 100% sure, but it's close.
Is there any plan for greater transparency within Consensus in terms of how it deploys its Ethereum?
Internally, sure. And, you know, we're a private company, and we
Ripple's a private company, too.
Absolutely. And transparency is important to us. But we also have to be strategic about information that we release. And
a person can buy from any number of different identities. We may limit the size, the unit size of a sale, just to make it easier to disguise. Let's say if you're a whale and you want some privacy, you can buy 50,000 units, and so nobody scares people with an enormous initial purchase. So if you are a whale, if you planning on investing several million US dollars worth, then you can do that for multiple identities.
So, I mean, with that being said, I mean, you have so much hatred towards, you know, Ripple and XRP, and it's quite evident that XRP has been one of the most hated, you know, digital assets out of the entire space for some time now. And it is what it is. It's just a lack of, you know, people educating themselves and just kind of getting out of their own ways and realizing that we just need the health and wellness of the entire space. And it just, you know, if you have your favorite digital asset, that's all good. You know, support that and be behind that and invest in that to your own risk and your own, you know, availability with your resources. That's totally okay, but just understand that, you know, attacking one another isn't going to help our space. It's only going to further, you know, hold us back and make it harder for us to achieve what we're trying to achieve as an entire space. So that just kind of goes hand in hand with what Johnny Deaton's talking about. It's just like you have, you know, all these players that are so against it, but you don't realize how important it is for the entire space. If Ripple loses this case to the SEC, just realize that the SEC is going to have so much more power to overregulate, overstep, and overdominate this space. And it's only going to hurt the growth and prosperity and health of the entire crypto market. And we can't have that. With all that being said, stay strong out there. Be safe.